على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. Again, inshallah, we start by making dua for all of our Muslim brothers and sisters in the Muslim world, in Palestine and everywhere else. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease their pain, protect them, and give them victory against their enemies. And inshallah ta'ala, we will always remember them in our dua. May Allah give shifa to all those who are not feeling well. Brother Sultan's wife, Brother Mustafa's family, Brother Salman's mother, and many brothers and sisters who requested our dua. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us always on the straight path with His guidance and His protection for all of us, our families, our children, and all the Muslims in the world. Of course, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for Ni'mat al-Islam. He granted us to be on this straight path. Abdullah ibn Umar, the great companion and narrator of hadith, and the Prophet ﷺ says about him, Ni'ma al-Rajul. He's a great man. He was heard making dua on al-Safa when he was performing Hajj. He said, "Oh Allah, you promised to answer the dua, and I ask you just one thing. Do not let me die except as a Muslim." And this is a companion. So guidance is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if He gave it to us today, there is no guarantee that we will have it tomorrow except by the permission of Allah. So may Allah always keep us on the straight path. Inshallah, we continue our talk now about Surah Mulk. And I don't know why I keep thinking that Surah Al-Waqi'ah we have already done before. Maybe I did it in my dream. I do class in the dream too, by the way. If you miss, you can join that class too. I don't know, I have a feeling we have done it maybe. I did it in the other class maybe. Did we do it in the other? I never did it. Subhanallah. Okay. We did? A part of it? Memorized it, yeah. I didn't explain it. So we were doing the memorization thing and we stopped. Should we go back and do it again? Surah Baqarah? Okay. Surah Al-Waqi'ah, that's right. Uncle Salim is right. We were memorizing it. But I don't think we explained it. All right, we'll see, inshallah. So we said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قل أرأيتم إن أهلكني الله ومن معي أو رحمنا فمن يجير الكافرين من عذاب أليم. This ayah has two different meanings and both of them are valid. Say, Allah is telling Prophet Muhammad to say to those people, أرأيتم, you see, this in a way of speaking, an expression, you see, إن أهلكني الله ومن معي أو رحمنا. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was to destroy me and those who are with me, or give us mercy. And of course, Allah will never destroy His Prophet or His believers. It's just talking in theory. فَمَنْ يُجِيرُ الْكَافِرِينَ مِنْ عَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. How is this going to save you from the hellfire? So the mushrikeen, at every time, every place, even at our time, they want us to be destroyed. They want us to just disappear, right? They don't want us to exist. So if we tell them, logically speaking, if we disappear, if Muslims are gone, how is this going to help you on the day of judgment? How is this going to save you from the punishment of the hellfire? You should focus on getting away from hellfire, not focus on us. This is one meaning. The other meaning, which I kind of lean towards more, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroys the Muslims, and He's not going to do that, inshallah, then what will happen to the world after that? We are the ones who are keeping this world together. And you look at the humanity today, I don't think we have ever fallen so low in history. First, this atheism and feminism and all the ism stuff. And now people are saying, I feel like I am a dog. Have you seen these people? They are on the YouTube. Right, I identify myself as a dog. I identify myself as a Lamborghini owner. Does that work? It's not working. So people, and I told you this, I saw it unbelievable. Somebody sent me this video. A lady goes to a doctor and she tells him, I feel like I should be blind. She's not blind, she can see 100%. She said, I feel that it was a mistake. I should have been born blind. And she signed a consent that she's okay with that. And he made her blind in a way that it cannot be fixed. She cannot undo the surgery. So they get her on this show, and maybe that's what she wanted. She wanted it to get some attention. She's blind now. And they asked her, how can you do this? People, the blind people wish if they can see, not the other way around. She said, no, this is how I identify myself as a blind person. So there was a doctor there, a lady doctor. She said, when I became a doctor, we made an oath. And I did that, the same thing in medical school. The first year you enter medical school, you take an oath, do no harm. You don't do harm. If you can't fix the problem, you do not cause a problem. So this lady, even if a person comes to the doctor and he says or she says, I want to become blind, what the doctor should do is to send her to a psychiatrist, not to make her blind. So, these people exist. And another person, he's like 50 years old, he identifies himself as a baby. Did you see that? I was really, he started crawling and drinking from a bottle, baby bottled milk, and getting diaper changed. It, Imagine, and somebody adopted him. It's unbelievable. The world we are living in, I am sure if you say this to somebody who lived 50 years ago, they will say it's impossible. Yeah, this is too much exaggeration. Yeah. So I identify myself to be a table. يعني سبحان الله.
You didn't see the one with the cop that caught a guy's feeding, and the guy gave him a cat collar. He said, "I identify as a cat."
A cat driving a car,
Yeah.
and fast, not to mention.
And the officer said, "Well, cats are not licensed to drive in this state. We'll have to take you into the vet.
Right.
Give you the rabies shots and everything.
Yeah.
And you may be spayed or neutered, whichever one."
She'll put them in the cage with the pet without an owner.
No. His passenger or whoever was with him.
What, the owner?
Said he's the owner.
Ah, there is a passenger with a driving cat.
Yeah. And the officer said, should I call in the mental health people because you're willing to let your friend get the rabies shot?
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't have rabies. Subhanallah. So this world we are living in, and things are only getting worse. Subhanallah. What is keeping this world together is us. If there is no Muslims, and this is the meaning of the ayah, the kuffar wish if we disappear, we're bothering them, right? Like our existence, even if we keep to ourselves and we mind our own business, they will not leave us alone. We bother, they don't want us to be there anywhere. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them, أَرَأَيْتُمْ see in أَهْلَكَنِيَ اللَّهُ مَنْ مَعِيَ وَرَحِمَنَا. If Allah does this and He destroys all the Muslims, all the good people, or give them mercy, but if Allah destroys them, فَمَنْ يُجِيرُ الْكَافِرِينَ مِنْ عَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. Who's going to stop the punishment of Allah from coming to you? Our dua and our istighfar and our salah, this is what's stopping the punishment from coming to this world, which deserves to be punished. So if we were not to be here, so instead of hating us, they should thank us. They should thank us because of us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is still coming. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings are still coming. Without us, the world will come to an end the next day. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ tells us towards the end of time, when the day of judgment is about to start, there will be no Muslims. They will not see these scary things, when the mountains will start walking and the seas will turn into fire and all these things. People will be there and they will see that. But those are not the muwahideen who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the other meaning. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroys us, of course, this is a theory. Allah will never destroy the Prophet or his companions or the believers. And that's why the next ayah, قُلْ هُوَ الرَّحْمَنِ. He is Ar-Rahman. He's the most merciful. He will not destroy his believers. Just to follow up on this ayah. We'll do that inshallah next time. Inshallah tomorrow we have our Surah Al-Nahl if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala